Hello, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube page. This is Chef Mcfadden. Today I'm going to be seasoning some steaks, and we're going to be making some steaks with some onions and some good things. Of course, any ingredient that you don't like, you can always leave out. I'm going to start with showing you what I'm going to use in order to make the seasoning for the steak. Okay, we're going to be using, first of all, my favorite, paprika. I didn't know how much I was going to like that. About a tablespoon, basically just to give it that color. I'm going to be using about 2 pinches of lemon powder, lemon pepper. Let's see here. And then also a little over, it's seasoned salt, but it's my special seasoning. Remember, I keep telling y'all that. I will be bringing that out one day, I promise. And I'm putting in about 2 tablespoons to 1.5. Depending on your sodium intake, you can do without the seasoning salt. The rest of the stuff will work just as great. And then I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of parsley. And then about a half a tablespoon of garlic powder. Alright. You want to use the apple cider vinegar. Pour that in. What you're basically doing is making like a mix. I want to say like kind of like your gravy, the seasoned gravy. Alright. Okay, and what I also have in this container is a tablespoon of basil seasoning along with a half a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Just want you to get right in this flow here. What we'll also be using here is a vinaigrette, and basically it is a vinaigrette basil. You can find that in your salad dressing aisle in the grocery store. Okay, and I'm using olive oil mixed with this, which they have that. You can also buy that in the store. I wish you could smell the flavors. Okay. So let me get down in here. Alright, this amount that we just made here would make about 2 steaks. I have smaller steaks because it's just me. But if you want to do the T-bone steaks, of course you want to increase the amounts kind of to your liking, but this will work as well for about 2 steaks. Alright, what I'm going to also be doing is grabbing my steaks here. I have 3 here, but that's because of the amounts that I have here. I'm going to actually flip it over. This is a marinara sauce that you want to leave in for about, actually if you want to leave it in for overnight, the longer it's in here the better. But I would say don't leave it in here more than, no more than about, if you want to use it right away, at least let it sit for about 30 minutes. I'm going to have mine sit for about 2 hours, and then I'm going to film cooking the steak. Alright, I just wanted to show you kind of like the final product. Your steak will look kind of like this. Again, we'll leave this sitting in here for roughly about 2 hours. I would say just to get the best flavor out of it. If you want to cook it right away, leave it sit for about 15 minutes at room temperature. 2 hours in the refrigerator. Overnight for best results, especially if you're going to use it on a grill. Alright, we'll be back to cook this later on. The season that I use will allow you to make the steaks within that 2 hour time, and you can actually even cook it sooner. So what I'm going to do here is put a little virgin olive oil on to the skillet. It's about 2 tablespoons. I don't measure, but if you want to measure, it's about 2 tablespoons. Alright, you want to get this hot for the steak. Of course, I'm using a flat skillet, so just to kind of be able to show you a little bit better here. Okay, and you're welcome to use a full skillet, but again, I'm using it for display purposes. Okay, and I just wanted to zoom in and show you how the steaks look before putting them in or after the seasoning. You can do a rub, you don't even have to do it wet the way I did it, but either way, however you do it, the seasonings, if you're going to use a thicker steak, just follow it by adding just a little bit more. If you want to stay away from any sodium, don't put the seasoned salt in it, just put extra garlic powder on it for the flavor purposes. But what we'll do here right now, going forward, we're going to go ahead and start cooking this steak. I like my steak medium well done, so I'm going to cook it to that. You cook your steak to your liking. Again, I'm just using smaller steaks, but if you're a steak person and want it nice and thick, cook it to the way you want. And again, if you don't want to follow the video that shows the saute, you can actually eat the steak just like this. I just wanted to show you what the bottom of the sauce looks like. So I'm going to put this on top. For a good medium well done steak, since there's not such a thick texture to the steak as far as it being like the cut on it, if you would like to, go ahead and continue on frying if it's a thicker steak as long as you want. And another way of doing it is you can slice the top right here so look and see how rare it is, which I kind of already know since I'm used to cooking this way. I just want to turn it over to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and pause my video for a little while, and then we'll come back just to show you how the process is going. Again, it shouldn't take more than 5 to 10 minutes to do a medium rare steak, okay? Alright, we'll be right back with you. So, it's been roughly about 3 to 4 minutes, and I'm still letting my steak cook. Again, for about a medium rare with this cut, a lot of times on what cut you get, but this cut here should take about 5 to 10 minutes. Just want to kind of show you, as you see the parsley and the basil and a little bit, all the herbs are right on top of it. If you're using one of these things, there's a piece of this. If you put it right here, there's like a red dot in the middle. I love this thing. If you put it towards the middle, that's going to fry it a little away from all the juice and grease to kind of give it a brown. So I'm going to turn mine up. I have it on 7 right now, but I want some heat to it so I don't overcook it. To give it that kind of charcoal look. I'm going to turn it up to about 8. And this same steak could be cooked on a grill. Okay, so this is a little over medium well, which I'm going to turn it off now. So you see the texture in it a little bit? You want to get it nice and brown. There we go, that's the look I was going for. Okay, so I'm going to plate it up and show you my final product.